Do you think Trouble is the definitive Aunt May story?
Yes.
Do you think Paul should marry Aunt May?
Yes!
Well, we have much to show.
Welcome back to the Pals podcast. And in this special announcement, we find our co-hosts, MNStash and SkullRyan, dead at the scene because they are so sad that the quality of spectacular Spider-Man is forever lost because, as you'll soon find out, this show is so good. Yeah. Welcome back to another episode. As I said before, I'm MNStash.
And I'm SkullRyan.
And mate, we are finishing off season 1 of Spectacular Spider-Man, and what a season this has been. It's been incredible.
We've got a double bill episode for you as we're covering intervention and nature versus nurture. So, first thing I want to say, I forgot to say last time, in the Sinister Six episode, there's a line where Peter, he sees the 6 in front of him, and he goes, "Only 6? Did Lizard and Goblin have Nick's tickets?" Meaning that not even Peter considers Chameleon a threat. No mention is made of the Chameleon.
My greatest enemies and the Chameleon.
And the Chameleon. Get out of here, Chameleon. So we finally reach the end of the symbiote arc.
It's been a great ride.
It's so good, dude. It does so well in showing, like, just the symbiote itself as a threat. It took down the Sinister Six on its own. It's been manipulating Peter subtly through these little, like, not major, just slowly getting more of a grasp on him. And that reaches its apex right here.
And the penultimate episode, has Peter basically fully over the edge, and he almost exclusively refers to himself as we instead of I.
I love it. I love how he noticed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mate. So, Aunt May obviously has had a heart attack. Nothing new there. It's all crumbling now because the symbiote alienates. Oh, what a pun. The symbiote alienates Peter from his friends. It wants Peter for itself.
Mate, how good was the switch up? Like, you can hear in Josh Keaton's voice the like his entire tone changes.
Yeah, you can tell when it's Peter speaking and when it's the symbiote speaking.
I felt really bad for his friends though. they got pushed to the other side.
Oh mate, how sick is Flash Thompson? Holy shit. This is the best Flash Thompson's ever been written. He even hints towards how Flash himself, he's not really bullying Peter, he's just trying to, like, get him to loosen up a bit.
And, like, he's...
When he says, you're still just the stuck-up egghead, doesn't call him a nerd or nothing, he just basically, the whole point of Flash is that he is just trying to get Peter involved, stop being such a stick up your ass, but I just think he was done so well.
It's incredible, dude. This is the best Flash we've ever gotten, and it's not even close.
No, God, no. Even the one in the animated series never developed.
No, and then compare this to Homecoming.
Oh my God, I don't consider that Flash at all in Homecoming. What a joke.
The main thing he says is penis Parker, and that's meant to be like the big, like, hey, got him.
Yeah, that's the huge joke. Oh, my life.
It's insane.
I thought it was funny how Eddie, in episode 12, Peter rushes to the hospital to see his Aunt May. And Eddie's like, I'm already here because I remember what a great lady she is. One episode later, Eddie's trying to murder Aunt May to get at Peter. Yeah, Really remembered what a great lady she was there, did you?
As whiny as this Eddie is, it's still probably the best Venom we've probably I think we've gotten in terms of like adaptation.
The
Like
only thing I think is missing was him having a scene with Aunt May.
Yeah, but my thinking is like just along the lines of this is a Venom whose entire reason of for being is Spidey. Eddie Brock
Yeah.
and Venom hates him. Uh, and I feel like it's a bit stronger than like the Sin Eater story. Um, you know,
Oh, defo. At least like Peter knew who the hell Eddie was before he become Venom.
yeah, and I guess I mean, do you think his motivation to hate like Spidey is good? Like the fact that he was trying to kill the the
This alien
symbiote?
is Eddie's like ticket to keeping his job, keeping his school. Without this alien, he is screwed. So I can't see how, in the moment, he'd be fuming. Do you want to know something funny though? Not to jump ahead. I also watched the episode after this, episode 1 of season 2, and in that episode, which takes place 1 week later, Martha Connors is like, "I was trying to hire Eddie back, but I can't find him."
Poor Eddie,
This,
dude.
oh dude, idiot.
I mean, he was just
At least,
annoying, so maybe he deserved it.
at least this one didn't try and molest Gwen.
No, he was doing some dodgy shit though, and he's been doing some real dodgy stuff still. Um, I think that this Venom is just sick, and like when they actually fight, it's like you're witnessing. It feels like the comics come to life in a sense. It's the
I
most
love
like
the
true to the
guess
like
who.
Flash, like a Venom versus Spidey battle like we've seen on screen.
Yeah, it feels like kind of like a issue like 315 type of story where they are just going at it. It even ends like
And like,
issue 3 is a 316 actually, where he does the take me back thing and then he was lying.
is that on the like where the I remember sand for some reason.
I think issue 315 he fights Hydro Man and then Venom escapes. And then he does that truck stop of doom thing where he like saves the people at the truck stop and then he goes home back to New York and challenges Peter to a one-on-one. Because Peter tries to go to the thing to get back up and then Eddie turns up at his house with Aunt May. So I feel like that could have been, if I'm honest, I wonder if putting episode intervention as the final episode, because it goes through all his origin and he like realizes he was wrong and he develops as a character, Spider-Man, I mean. And then season 2 could have all been Venom doing these little games. You know what
Well,
I
the
mean?
best kind of Venom is Stalker Venom, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
exactly. We could have had scenes of Peter like in the hospital being like, he's out there somewhere, but where? Where?
And then
And the
he's like
camera
right
pans
outside
out
the window.
and he's there. Or like if just some one random episode, Peter comes home and Eddie's like having tea with Aunt May, and you're like, oh shit.
It works better here as well, like than the comics, considering they're like childhood best friends.
Yeah. So he knows Peter's life even more intimately than comic Venom did.
Yeah, like comic Aunt May was just kind of rage baiting Peter half the time.
And Nathan. The pair of them as bad as each other. Do you reckon Spectacular would have got to Nathan Lubensky at any point?
Mate, I feel like they would because my next point is also like these people who made the show clearly love the comics, so they definitely would have. I love during the big like Peter versus symbiote story.
Yeah.
The fact that they got like they even recreated ASM issue 100, the cover of it.
I was gonna say that to you, dude. Yeah, when he jumps
It's
on the
so
wall and all
fucking
his friends'
cool.
faces unite under him, I was like, "That's oh my god!" Also, in the last episode, when he's failing to make Thanksgiving pizza, he considers ringing Rometers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, the passion that went into this isn't just like this isn't MCU where they're like, "Oh, it's Spider-Man, just make him spin a web." No, this has like the DNA of classic Spidey baked into it. There's actual love put into this.
And if you're gonna use Uncle Ben for a story, I think this is like
Oh, it's
one of the
so
best
good.
ways you could ever do it.
He's like a spirit guide against the symbiote. Voiced by Ed Asner, mate, who was Jameson in the animated series. And he was the angry policeman in the new animated series. And he was the definitive granny goodness.
He's really good as Uncle Ben.
He's so good. It's like, I was getting like choked up when he was talking about how, you know, the bit where Peter's like, but Ben wouldn't approve. I was like, oh my god. So Spider-Man, it reminded me that Spider-Man can be good.
Yeah, especially after reading the latest issues of the comic.
Oh, poor Ben. It's gonna come out. It's not even his kid. It's what was his name? Jackson Jerome, the gangster. No.
Paul comes back from the dead. Secret fucking family subplot there.
I am your uncle, Peter. If it turns out that this Mac guy is just the chameleon, I'll have to give it to Joe Kelly.
That'd be the saving grace, mate.
What a twist.
You know, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion or not, but I feel like that the final Peter versus symbiote battle in his head, and when he ditches the suit, was done better here than it was in like Spider-Man 3 and in the original animated series.
There was a lot of Spider-Man 3 comparisons getting made here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's because the whole in the head battle is well better than just punching the bell. It's less symbolic and more you actually see the struggle.
And it's just like it's so much more satisfying.
Yeah, the Uncle Ben thing is just incredible, right? And imagine if like we had seen some kind of fight in Toby's mind during Spider-Man 3 and then Cliff Robertson comes back to like back him up. Oh my life. But
And even just like I think there was something about like Josh Keaton's delivery and his lines that helped it a lot. Like he sounded so calm and assured as soon as he knew that he was free from the symbiote.
yeah, he was joking again and everything. When he was like, that's what you're in for, Roomy. Like, he's back. You're like, holy shit. Angry, pissed off Spider-Man's gone. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man's about to kick this alien's ass.
Would you have liked to have seen a what if like the symbiote won and went through with the tombstone offer?
I would have loved to have seen what it was planning there, dude. Because, like, as soon as I says to him, you can still fight supervillains, just don't stop any of my crime. So you'd still have, like, Rhino rampaging and then Black Suit Spidey swoops in, pissed off.
Yeah, it would have been sick.
Oh, mate.
I love the
Anything to do with
costume
this
too.
show just would have been incredible. Oh, it looks so good. The development. I know we said this last time, and I think the time before, but the development of going from just a black Spider-Man suit to getting actually more alien.
Well, this was the closest we get to the classic black suit, and while
Yeah.
it never connects on the side, from front on, it basically has like the same look.
Yeah, yeah. I did notice a bit of a continuity error, though. I don't know if it would count as that, though, because we're obviously dealing with aliens. When he first hits the bell and the alien does the Spider-Man 3, like, roaring off his face, you can see Peter Parker under there. And yet at the very end, when he rips the symbiote off him, he's got his Spidey suit on. So is the alien somehow transforming his suit with it? And when it got too weak, it let the suit go.
I mean, yeah, I mean it's hard because then at the same time I was wondering like I swear he didn't have that on at all. Like as soon as the symbiote could shift, he just sort of left the costume there. Unless I just remembered.
I feel like it must have swallowed his costume like entirely. Because it does definitely. You see him in his undies? Yeah, you see him in like his undies and his socks. It's funny how this Spider-Man was actually wearing something when he lost the symbiote. When
Oh yeah, Toby was.
Toby's dude and Christopher Daniel Barnes, Peter's just in his vest and his underwear as he runs away from the clock tower. As much as I love Get Back Here Shocker, this is by far the greatest symbiote saga ever told.
Yeah, and like they took their time with it even more, and the fact that you see it like go from just like sick new costume to then just this crazy symbiotic monster. It's such good development, and the writing is insane.
Even with like how Venom fights, this Venom isn't just Spider-Man wearing black. He's using like weird tendrils. He's fighting more like Ultimate Venom at some points.
I love when he
using his whip.
Like web comes out of his forehead and like arms.
yeah, to tie up Spidey in his garden.
And then there's that time where he webs his mouth, and then his stomach area just becomes a giant mouth.
Yeah, like this one is a freak, but Ultimate Venom is like all teeth, isn't he? So I feel like they've pulled a bit from that, which is only fair because this whole Eddie being a childhood friend thing is all from that too.
Yeah, it's just insane how they've taken like so many aspects from so many different Spider-Man stories and eras and have made it work.
Blended it together so well.
It's the perfect like Spidey show. Like they've taken the best aspects of everything while still doing their own thing, and it's what like Disney could never do.
Mate, I know everyone says like Spectacular is the best, but it's by no point overrated. It literally is the best. Like
it's so good.
It's just I can't do it justice. If you love Spider-Man, this is the peak of Spider-Man entertainment.
The fact that it got cancelled, like rewatching the show again, it actually hurts. Like I struggle to think about like what we could have had.
It got cancelled for such bullshit reasons. It wasn't a creative thing. It was a business thing. It was a corporation that took this from us.
You replaced it with like Ultimate Spider-Man. It's just such an insult.
They even had Josh Keaton voicing Spider-Man in that Avengers cartoon, didn't they? And then they
cut him out.
Over.
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell were they thinking?
Even like I've noticed that Ultimate Spider-Man's kind of had a mini resurgence, like from certain fans, and
I've been seeing it a lot more recently, like getting glazed up.
Well, as someone who, like, you know, a large part of me growing up was Disney XD Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah. So you were that generation.
I was definitely, like, a part of it. Like when I was, like, a kid going into, like, you know, later, like, primary school years, it was all spectacular through, like, DVDs. And, like, they would even show reruns on certain channels. But at a certain point, it was definitely, like, Ultimate Spider-Man took over as it was the main thing coming out. That like so I even like tried rewatching it sometimes. It's just not fucking good. It's the only show. This is the only way I can watch it. It's like the only show that works for background because I'm not. You can tune in any time in the episode and still like understand what's going on. Because the stories are so like. Well, the stories are so surface level. You don't really need details.
I've seen it described as the Family Guy of Spider-Man cartoons.
You know, it's got the cutaways. It's got monkey noise that they use every 2 seconds.
Holy crap, Lois! It's Norman Osborn.
Peter, stay
Everybody
away
gets
from
one.
him, Peter.
Trying to think if there's a Gwen in Family Guy. Peter.
Lois, don't read trouble, Lois.
Quagmire's like, yeah, I love trouble.
Oh, giggity.
So, is that Richard or Ben?
I can't do Chris, but I really wanted to do a Chris voice there. Which is funny because then he does like heaps of robot chicken like for the comic shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He would get the reference, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Seth
he would.
Green. Dr. Evil's kid.
You mean I got freaking shark with freaking laser beams attached to the freaking heads?
So this whole season, yeah, there's been 13 episodes. And it's literally been an episode a week. Like,
Oh, like the
every
comics, like
episode
when they used to be
is at least...
monthly?
Yeah. So it is repeated, like... It's like, not a real-time thing, but you know... This has been 13 weeks in this Spider-Man's life. And he's fought the Green Goblin, Venom, Dr. Octopus, the Rhino, the Sandman. Jesus, dude. Tough,
Compare that
tough
to
going.
compare that to Insomniac.
Yeah, who just fought Vulture and Electro for 9 years.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to put on his anti-goblin suit to fight the Green Goblin for the first time in his 20-year career.
Speaking of, I think it's funny how, like, Eddie was like... It was either the last episode or this episode where Eddie's like, I don't think you care about anything. Maybe you should lose something you care about. It's like, well, 14 weeks ago, Uncle Ben got murdered. That was kind of big.
It's weird because in my head, I never really, like, I thought it was taking place, you know, like throughout the entire school year.
But this was Thanksgiving. And the next episode is like early November because of all the snow. Building up to Christmas where he fights the Master Planner.
And was there a New Year's Eve episode where Gwen's
Yeah.
on the phone?
Yeah, and Liz turns up.
Well, I mean, I guess we should talk about Gwen as well.
Oh yeah, she did it. She made the move. Good on her.
I do like how they were kind of fighting for Peter at that one point where Liz was like, "Oh, you should come here," and he's like, "Oh, I would, but Aunt May." And then Gwen literally is like, "Well, I will come with you."
Spills the spaghetti everywhere, mate. She's like, I'll come if you want.
But I mean, it's
Have we
handled
had
so well.
Is this the first time we've seen Aunt May with Gwen as well? Because he mentions that he's known Gwen since year 7. I don't know how American years work, but if he's like he's a freshman, he's 15, I'd assume year 7, you'd be around, what, 8 or 9? I don't know.
Depends how that works because year 7 in Australia is like 13.
Yeah, it's like that around here too. But 2 years isn't that long if Peter's 15 here. I'm going to assume they've known each other since they were like littler. But
Well,
not too, you know, like 5 or
someone
so.
mentioned in the comments though, because we watched this on YouTube, that Gwen looks like a
Don't
young
let
Aunt
Sony
May.
find out. Don't let Sony know. Looks like a young Aunt May. Oh
Yeah,
shit,
and
I kind of see it, you know.
Yeah, they got like the same hair and the same glasses and the same. I mean, everyone has the same eyes, but like,
Well, yeah. That was speaking of, dude.
I did see that.
When Peter sees the wrong Gwen in the crowd and she turns around, he's like, "Oh, sorry, I thought it was someone else." That is literally Gwen, but without glasses and with freckles. Like when you mentioned they all have the same eyes, they've all got the same a lot of stuff.
I do just love his delivery on every line, Josh Keaton.
Oh, yes, 7th grade, you're meant to be 12 to 13. So if they're 15 now, let's say 12, just so he's known her for 3 years. Fair play, I suppose.
But do you agree with like just Josh Keaton being
Being the
just
peak
insanely
Spider-Man.
goated?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Whether he's like, even when he's calm at the end and he's talking about the symbiote, like, not being able to get him because of his emotions with his friends overpower the negativity. And he's just calm and he's just speaking straight, like, nice in a way to it. And he's like, "You're the disease, they're the cure." It's like, what are you going to do? Love when he gets
Even when he
pissed
said,
off.
like they're
I love when
broken up.
banter. Yeah. Which, that is classic Venom, that, like, it is a bitter ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Mate, no, the show just understands them so well. It's incredible. I'm obsessed. Like, I fucking love this show.
Yeah,
I
mate,
don't
of
know how
course.
many times I've seen it, but it's never enough.
What did you think of that scene where, like, all of his chums back him up? Even, like, the teacher and, like, the gym coach who just throw everyone in there. As I said to
I
you
mean,
the other
like,
week, I think
yeah,
it's
it's
funny how
weird.
Black Cat's there when, to Peter, it's like, yeah, she helped me stop the chameleon, but what she actually did was use Spider-Man to cover her burglary of a gem.
And you
But
also
he's like,
said
yeah,
Sally as
we're
well,
best friends.
which
Sally Averill
doesn't.
hates him. She despises him to the point where Flash is like, even Sally feels bad for you. It's like, yeah, get her in the friendship montage. She's a bitch, mate.
It was just. I mean, like, besides the random ones where it felt like they're just trying to fill space. Um, I thought like that entire montage. Maybe this like the second one was a bit too much, but like the first one I thought was just sick.
Yeah. I do love the issue 100 homage where all the faces go behind them. But,
It is
yeah,
funny to
I feel
think
like
that he just randomly jumped on the wall, though.
wasn't, yeah, wasn't Norman Osborn in it as well? In,
Wait,
like, the
was he?
friendship montage? That's the Green fucking Goblin, pal. What would Norman say if he knew that the memory of him being nice to Peter saved his nemesis from being absorbed by an alien?
I don't even remember Norman was in that.
He was in the other people that Spider-Man saved montage, and
Oh, are
I
we
think
sure
his
we
head
want to
was in
include him?
the. I think his head was in the issue 100 homage as well. He might not have been in the end crowd shot, but you'd think. The thing about Spider-Man, he doesn't really need all those people. It could have just been Gwen, Harry, May, Mary Jane, and maybe Flash. Like, he didn't need to have his teachers there. Like, if you were trying to motivate yourself to, like, get back up in a fight, you wouldn't start thinking about your teachers
Teachers,
unless it was like
teachers didn't give
a,
a fuck.
unless it was like a whiplash situation.
Not quite my tempo. It's a
the
very like
actual,
yeah like was the
the
gym
actual.
teacher there?
Yeah, no, yeah. Did he even get a name? Was Dr. Bromwell there? They literally just threw in every named character they could. Half of them with a chameleon. I was the
Wait,
waiter.
more on the Spider-Man. I'm fucking pumped for season 2 though. There
Yeah,
is
mate.
so many like Mysterio.
Oh, he's
I
my favourite.
It's
I
gonna be
think
so good.
I think this Venom was done far better than Spider-Man 3's, because Spider-Man 3's Venom always seemed more like Carnage to me. He literally says, I like being bad, it makes me happy. When Venom himself is more of like, he thinks he's doing what's right. Even in this, they kind of hint at the Lethal Protector stuff where he's talking shit about how Peter and Spider-Man think they're being Boy Scouts, but they're both out ruining lives.
Yeah,
I wonder if we'd
and
have
like
got.
he's very condensed to Spidey, which makes sense.
Yeah. He's funner as well. As we said before, I love when Venom's funny, like when he's stalking. Like when he makes the big web sign of Guess Who and Spidey swings into it. Which did remind me of Stop Us If You Can Spider-Man, but it didn't have the font. I love how
That's the best part
Topher
is the
Grace
font.
Topher Grace is Eddie Brock used Spider-Man's own font against him.
Do you know how long that would have fucking taken him to make?
It's so hard to write in, like to draw.
Do you think he just like fucked up like a bunch of times as well, and he was just getting so mad?
He's got to wait an hour for it to dissolve so we can try again. Thought May was getting a bit flirty with the doctor as well. What did he call her? Her favourite heart patient.
I bet that she sees him a fair bit of time, mate.
Bit unprofessional, don't you think?
She has like a heart attack every week.
Whoa, me husband died 14 weeks ago. Still a bit raw. You know, at the end as well, where there's the family dinner between Peter, May, Gwen, and George.
Yeah, the legend himself.
The man, George fucking Stacy. And if we remember in Ultimate Comics, May had a thing for George.
Of course she did, mate, but George was too good for her.
He saved that kid and died before anything could develop.
Oh, May would have had a heart attack and the kid would have died.
Why is everyone so old in classic Spider-Man? Like, even George Stacy, he's just Gwen's dad. He's not a granddad. Why is he so old as well?
Yeah, I much prefer, like, I think that Spectacular has the perfect sort of, I'd say design, but, you know, like, they feel old, but not, like, you know, grandparent old.
Yeah, George's voice in this, obviously the legendary Clancy Brown, makes him sound hard. So, yeah, he's got grey hair, but, you know, it's not old grey. He's just a busy policeman.
Yeah, and plus, he's so good in this show.
Oh, he's boss, mate.
And thanks, Spider-Man, for saving his daughter.
I love the cheeky, like, wink, wink, does he know, does he not know shit with George. Like, it comes into it nuts in season 2. But even here, where he's like, I'm just glad Spider-Man saved my daughter. And then it's like, he knows Spidey's in the friggin' room.
If there was one person to know, it's got to be George.
Yeah. I love that twist in the comics as well. When he is dying and he says, listen, Peter, you've got to look after Gwen. And he's like, what do you mean, Peter? I'm Spider-Man. No, Peter, come on. That's enough, Peter. I know you're bullshitting me.
Do you think he's just sick of, like, Peter trying to, like, hide the identity at that point?
Yeah. Well, what do you mean, random policeman? I don't know.
He's literally, like, taking his last breath, for fuck's sake, Peter.
Yeah, have some respect.
Like, what are you actually scared of?
Peter just goes like, Norman Osborn's the Green Goblin. What?
Watch out for Sin's Past, and then he just fucking croaks right at the end.
George has been investigating the Parkers the whole time, and he knows all about Sin's Past. He knows all about trouble. He knows.
I still, like, what were they thinking with Sin's Past? Like, what were they actually thinking?
Obviously, the character's too cool.
What was your, like, favorite moment between the two?
Of the whole series, I would say the Uncle Ben backing him up. It's such a brilliant way to incorporate the origin.
Yeah, it is, and it's like it's the best way to just have Uncle Ben there, because I feel like in the Raimi movies, I got kind of tired of Uncle Ben, especially since they wouldn't let go.
The thing about the Sandman thing did not need to happen.
Like all they could have just done is just have it so like Peter is back from like in the red and blue, and to help get him back on the right path, he just remembers Uncle Ben. Basically, what this show did.
Yeah, like I said before, mate, this would have been perfect in the movie too. Because in the film, he literally just realizes, oh shit, I've gone too far. And then he punches the bell until it comes off him.
Yeah, and
Well, in here, it's not even the bell that does the heavy work here. The bell starts it off, but it's Peter's actual determination that takes down the symbiote.
it's what we love him for, mate. Like this show captures like the heart of Spider-Man to perfection.
Yeah, it gets it. If this was modern Spider-Man, he'd be apologizing to the symbiote.
Like, I know it sounds like, I bet it sounds super weird to people who maybe aren't as well, in depth with the Spidey lore as we are. But it generally is so difficult now to find a single bit of Spidey media that's this good,
Yeah.
or that's good in general.
Nothing touches. Yeah, nothing touches this. I briefly thought we had it back in 2018 with the PS4 game, but they've since pissed that away several times. Now I'm thinking that
I
was
still
more
can't
of a...
believe they're doing like the no gore option for Wolverine. Like it's just so
Oh,
weird to
no,
me. I don't understand it.
why don't
Like
you
it's
just watch all the
Wolverine.
cutscenes on YouTube if you're not gonna actually play the game to be Wolverine? Just watch all the cutscenes on YouTube.
I do have a sneaking suspicion that like the original Wolverine game is going to be better.
Oh yeah, mate.
I mean, I hope I'm
I was
proven wrong, but I just doubt it.
The Sentinel boss fight in that game was sick because it's obviously set before the actual X-Men, so it's all more like Black Ops.
Also, like I know this is really random, but I hope to God that that game has a disc. Because did you see GTA 6?
Yeah. That's annoyed me. That why wouldn't
What
you
the
include
fuck?
that's going to swallow your entire PlayStation's like RAM.
But
You're not going
also,
to be able
like,
to
it's
play
just
any other
the whole
game.
thing of they don't want you to own anything.
Oh yeah, what's stopping them from just turning it all off? Why to it, mate? That's why I still buy DVDs. Don't care if everything's on streaming. I want to physically hold it.
Well, I can't watch Brave and the Bold because then, like it's on one streaming service and it's all there. Then Stan comes back. Sorry, we have Stan, which is a pretty decent streaming service in Australia. Sometimes it's
Oh yeah,
shit, but
I thought you
it
meant
was.
Stan Carter come back
I'm
to
pretty
watch it.
sure. I'm pretty sure it was on like one called Binge at one point, maybe on Stan as well.
Yeah.
But then HBO Max finally came to Australia, and then it went on there, and then HBO Max suddenly got rid of like every animated show pretty much from DC
Oh,
is now
what?
gone. Like the only one left is like Teen
The fish?
Titans.
Actual Teen Titans or Teen Titans Go?
They got I think both.
Oh, okay.
But they got rid of like Batman the animated series. Oh, they might still, no, I think they got rid.
Lame.
They got rid of Superman,
Amazon
Justice League.
Amazon Prime only has season 1 free of Batman the Animated Series, and then you gotta rent or buy the rest.
I think Amazon in Australia might have the whole show.
Ooh.
But at the same time, dude, it's just like you guys own the fucking thing. You're Warner Brothers.
This is a similar situation to what I think annoys me about musical themes. Like, Warner Brothers they are never gonna use let's say Arkham City, for example. Arkham City as like what I think is the best Batman main theme, not counting the animated series. You know, the sick like on the main menu where it like starts off slow and then it kicks in.
Yeah, I love
Or
that
like
thing. Like the main theme.
when Protocol 10's happening and it's blasting the back, it's sick. I think it really suits Batman. It's cool. Or even just like the Arkham City combat music. Every time I try and use that in a video, it gets copyright flagged, and I'm thinking, user never ever gonna use this music in anything ever again. So why can't I? Know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But with all this, they complain about, like, for example, Spectacular being on YouTube. They'll complain about it. But that's the only way most of us have of ever seeing it because they refuse to actually release. Like Spectacular, you buy it on DVD and like 3 episode bursts. You can't
Or
buy
even
season.
it's annoying because you're telling me that Disney sometimes gets like an entire Spider-Man collection and then randomly is like, all right, time's up, and then gets rid of like everything.
Yeah, you're friggin' Disney. You own it now, dude.
The fact that
If
like
they're
that
not gonna,
contract thing is still going on is embarrassing.
oh, I know. If they're not gonna actually use it, why can't we? Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah,
I
I've
understand
been
that it's
looking
like even like for something like Danny Elfman's themes because it's Danny Elfman, but at the same time, again, it's not being used and it's so good.
exactly. He's never ever using it again. It's so good. Why can't we? Since you
And then they just
mentioned Batman
refuse to.
Beyond, yeah. Since you mentioned Batman Beyond the other day, that's another one. For example, Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker has several boss-like theme tunes in the soundtrack. Never going to see light of day ever again. I've been looking for that on DVD since me and you talked about it because it's a sick film, dude.
I was lucky JB Hi-Fi had the Blu-ray to
Yeah,
it. Um,
nice.
so I remember like a couple of years ago I bought it and I finally have been able to watch some of it. Because it's sick.
Yeah,
I,
just the
I want to put
series.
together. It's got the series and it's got the movie as well.
Ah, nice.
So it's got everything you need.
Yes,
Um,
indeed.
like like even on Amazon, I bought the Blu-ray to Batman the Animated Series, like the complete thing.
Yeah.
And it also came with I think Mystery of the Batwoman
Ooh.
and Mask of the
The,
Phantasm, but not
oh, that.
the Mr. Freeze one.
Oh, Sub-Zero.
Yeah, I wanted Mr. Freeze one to be honest the most.
That's so annoying then because, yeah, it's got movie 1 and 3.
Yeah, and I just thought, like, to be honest, I
Why
thought
not?
Mask of the Phantasm could have been omitted only because that's like actually, reproduced as
That,
opposed to the other ones.
yeah.
Like
And it's.
I bought the 4K at JB Hi-Fi because like actual retail stores have it.
Ooh. I need to get down Australia and start friggin' buying it.
Mate, we've
As
got
we've
some
got fuck
decent
all.
shit.
We've got
Like
HMV who sell stuff at extreme prices that it should not be that price. Or
or like
CEX where everything's £2 and doesn't work.
at like so JB Hi-Fi, like our
Yeah.
main sort of store for this shit, like retail store wise. Um I've bought like Superman, like on Blu-ray, the full animated series.
Uh-huh.
I've I've gotten Batman Beyond. I've bought like the box set of Smallville. Um, like they've got like Mask of the Phantasm on 4K. I know they
Oh,
have the
nice.
Superman and Lois show. They have the Adam West show. They have the Dean Cain Superman show. Um,
I saw that thing the other day of Adam West where he's like, "This is the operating table,
oh,
and
it's
I'm the
so
surgeon."
fucking sick, dude. I swear to
He was
God, like that.
actually boss.
Like whenever I finally cover that shit, that's going straight into it. You have a mother,
and all,
don't you, punk? Every punk should have a mother. It's like it's so good.
and also when you mentioned Smallville, I love how in episode I think it's 2, the insect guy is listening to Papa Roach. Even though the song itself has nothing to do with insects, he's only listening to it because the name of the band has Roach in it.
Also, like
It's so like so
that's just
CW.
shit character. Though.
Oh yeah. Let's make Superman and then just make up a bunch of shit one-off, like no name villain.
I'm
Then the
really like
coach is
that's
like
the
a
biggest thing.
the coach is like a pyromancer out of nowhere because he like bathes in kryptonite.
The
What?
coach, if I remember correctly, was he kind of felt like a pedo.
Yeah, he did. He's
There was
the
certain
gang guy.
moments
He's
is just
like
a bit weird.
The jocks all like shared a secret that they wouldn't dare tell anyone about the coach, and it does bring to mind. I wonder if he's touching them. How do you think some spectacular characters? No, how do you think some comic characters would react watching Spectacular? Like, for example, 616 Mary Jane would be appalled that Mary Jane went out on a date with Eddie Brock.
I think Peter would cringe at calling Eddie bro. I fucking hated that
Yeah.
bit where he's like, no, like, he's my bro. And then MJ's like, well, I don't think he's your bro anymore. And it was like, I fucking hate the bro so much.
Mm.
It just didn't
Ultimate.
work at all.
Yeah, dude.
No, he's my bro.
Spectacular Tombstones watching. He's like, okay, when do I have a scene with Robbie? Okay, you don't.
He's just the fucking Kingpin. Do you think the Kingpin watches it and goes like, bah, this is
Where am I?
disgraceful.
Smythe? Get me Greg Wiseman. 616 Norman's watching. He's like, Harry could never have been the Goblin. He wasn't powerful enough. And then he sees the end of season 2 and he's like, misery, misery, misery. That's what Greg Wiseman showed.
Aunt May just has a fucking heart. Like, the show's playing, but she's just on the ground.
The jump scare of Vulture in episode 1 swooping down and kidnapping Norman gives May a heart attack.
I bet Doc Ock sort of just thinks that he looks like just too fucking soft.
Why is he letting them walk all over? They couldn't do in Spec, as we saw last episode with the Sinister Six. They couldn't do the Aunt May love story with Doc Ock because she sees straight away that he's trying to. Oh yeah, and he's trying to murder Spider-Man, and she's like stands up to him. So there would be Otto's a
so much.
Understood genius in the comics.
Yeah, I hated Aunt May.
I love how in issue 400 she's like, I knew all along. It's like, then why did you smash the vase over my head? Why did you? Why did you
point a gun saying that you're going to shoot me unless I don't leave Otto alone?
Why did you make me share my KFC with Otto Octavian?
It's such a great panel, that.
He's so excited to get in there. Share me with some of that chicken.
I would too, mate.
Oh, mate. What stories would you have liked to see then? I think a good place. I know we've still got season 2, but I think this might be a good place to be like, what could we have seen going forward?
I'm going to say this once and once only. The Looter.
The Looter, mate. Get him in. He would have been perfect for an episode.
Even just like a villain that he randomly just comes across.
Oh, yeah, doesn't even get an episode to himself.
Like, you know how sometimes he just stops a random crime?
Yeah.
He could have just done that. Like, could you imagine the first fight after he gets rid of the black suit was just the Looter?
Poor Looter.
Mate, I saw your video. He kicks ass in the second story. I fucking forgot that Valkyrie story.
He defeated Spider-Man 3 times. It took Valkyrie to take him down. I was baffled.
It
I was
is just funny as though.
It's it's the Shocker problem, isn't it? His costume's colourful, so he's seen as a joke, but he should really be shredding.
It's annoying because his costume's sick.
It's cool as hell. I had one commenter said it reminded him of a Kamen Rider type of Japanese Power Ranger suit thing, and I agree. It looked sick. I love how, if you want to tie it into Spider-Man more, the white armor, it's a bit like a carapace, like a bug shell.
And the thing is, though, I just know that Spec would have done such a good job at doing the costume.
They could have tied it into the Colonel Jupiter stuff in season 2.
I can't believe the Colonel Jupiter.
Oh no, it evolved. We didn't get Scorpion. we got Colonel Jupiter.
What would you have liked to have seen, though?
They do set up 3 villains we don't see in season 2, but I like the lower level, like the shitters. I would have quite liked to have seen like Jack-O-Lantern. Maybe Osborn has like maybe the Goblin stash gets robbed while Harry's out of the country, and everyone still thinks Harry's the Goblin. So like we kind of get Jack-O-Lantern actually, don't we? His goons wear the pumpkin heads.
Kinda. Yeah, I guess as like the henchman. See, it's hard because I was gonna like I'm saying names in my head, but then the season 2 like sort of covers them. Like I was gonna say Molten Man, but then he's done
even
so
Molten
well.
Man. Even friggin' Molten Man finally gets adapted, and he's boss.
Yeah, I love how he like even in that one episode he just plays into the fact that he's a gambling addict.
What they could have done in season 2, they introduce Blackie Gaxton, not to be confused with Blackie Drago. Blackie Gaxton is the loan shark who lends Betty Brant's brother money and then kind of forces him to be his lawyer. Betty Brant didn't get a lot to do in this show.
No, she served just the purpose of like first kind of love interest, and that was about it.
Yeah. So we could have expanded on that. Untold Tales of Spider-Man has a cool like story following on from that as well. I don't remember the name of the bad guy. He was literally called something like the Chihuahua or something. It was a type of dog that you wouldn't think is threatening, but it was a dude with super strength. Didn't wear a costume, it was just his name. But he like had super strength and he gave Betty's mum brain damage, which was why Blackie Gaxton had to give Bennett Brant money. Obviously, Bennett Brant gets killed in like issue 10 by messing around with Dr. Octopus. Could have done more with Betty then, yeah, I think that would be my answer.
Betty could have had more. I feel like maybe we could have just seen a smidgen of Aunt Anna. I'm guessing she just doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, we only saw her in the play episode. I don't think she really did much.
It's just a bit weird, just because, literally such a crucial part in Spider Comics.
Because we always saw, at the start of this season, we saw Aunt May bigging up Mary Jane, but we never saw actual Aunt Anna being like, you know who you'd love, Peter? My niece.
And it's sad because,
Mary
like,
Jane.
it was funny as, like, in issue 43, when they're talking at the start, and Aunt Anna and Aunt May are both, like, literally besides themselves.
Yeah. There's no escaping in my mind. Like, every time you say Aunt Anna, I am like, oh, that bitch. But then I remember, oh no, that was just the cartoon that she was a bitch. She was actually quite nice otherwise. Didn't she live with them at one point as well?
Yeah, and then she thought Peter was cheating.
Oh, yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, because he kept sneaking out, so she was, like, projecting, I think, like, her own trauma onto their relationship.
Oh, yeah. Wow, back when they were actually, like, interesting characters. And not not every civilian supporting cast member had superpowers.
What would Aunt Anna's power be now? Do you think she'd have like the Carnage symbiote?
Well, the writer of the current Spider-Man's never actually read Spider-Man, as he's just seen Spectacular, so you'd probably you'd base it on like the Raimi movies, Mary Jane's dad, where she's just abusive.
Oh mate, I could not believe that when the Zeb Wells run was happening, the amount of times he just neglected continuity for his own like skewed version of it, it's fucking insane.
It's all the Tombstone wank that I don't get. Like, yeah, he's cool and spectacular, but in 616, he's just like a muscle man. He shouldn't be getting... Even in the most recent issue, the Vulture was like, you grace us with your presence, Tombstone. It's like, who here would give a shit? He's not the Kingpin. In a world with the Kingpin, Tombstone's nothing.
Yeah, it's so weird. Even just like, you know, I feel like Tombstone can be cool, but it's so weird how he's been propelled to the status that he's
Yeah.
just not.
There was no build up. If they'd have done a story where Tombstone like stands up to the Kingpin and wins, I'd have been like, oh, okay, he earned it at least. But this is literally just all of a sudden Tombstone's the main mobster.
Like the only thing that's good, and it's not even like a what's it called? By good, I mean in comparison to what else we're getting. Like
Yeah.
Tombstone in Insomniac's games suck. He sucks so badly.
There's no one
Like
left for Insomniac Spider-Man to fight. They're all either dead
plus
or redeemed.
they're so lazy. They made him like go away from crime all off screen. So
Off
like
screen, yeah.
by the time you see him next, he's all good.
And like the shaking hands. It's like Mary Jane watched this fella murder one of his own
Oh, she
bikers
doesn't
last
give a
time.
shit, dude. Insomniac MJ doesn't even. I bet she didn't even know what the fuck was going on.
Oh, speaking of Tombstone, who are his two goons? He's got like he's got a woman with dreadlocks and like a baldish fellow with glasses as like his main bodyguards. Black Suit Spidey kicks their asses at the start of episode 12.
They got destroyed, mate.
Yeah, but it's like, who the hell are these named characters? They don't say nothing. But you know how like you briefly see Cletus Cassidy in season 2? Are these two meant to be someone? Was that Buck? was that Typhoid Mary? Who the hell
The
are
thing
these
is,
two?
like, I don't think that anyone.
They took so much care, like with every other character being someone. Like you see Donald Mencken, you see friggin', you hear Gargan over the phone. So it's
But
like,
even like, oh, you know what'd been sick? I know I'm biased because I love the Rose, but if the
I
Rose
knew
was
you were
like
gonna
the
say
Tombstone,
Vincent. Yeah, dude.
if
He
they
would have
just
been like,
did Tombstone but the Rose, I would have been so happy.
what would have
Because
been
you don't have to
cool
say
is,
he's like the dad of the Kingpin. Just have him be the Kingpin.
yeah. What would have been cool is in season 2 we get kind of like a 3-way gang war between Tombstone, who sees running crime as a business, Doctor Octopus, who sees running crime as a science, with all his like new super freaks like Sandman and Rhino, and you get Silvermane, who wants to try and take it back to the old Mafia days. But if you want to kind of like marry them all together, you could have had the Rose, who's like half Tombstone's business idea and half Doc Ock's super crime idea. Oh,
It would have
mate,
been
in
sick.
my head,
Like this could have been our chance.
in my head now, the bald fellow with the glasses is Mr. Varley.
Mate, we could have. Oh, we could have had it. If there was one show that would have done it, it would have been spectacular.
Yeah, mate. We even get Roderick Kingsley next season. Oh,
Oh,
I'm sad now because I know we've only got one more season.
it's too good to let go. I do not want to let it
So
go.
I'm gonna have to like try and find some season 3 fan fiction or some shit to keep it going.
It's just hard because, like, even say with the
Bullshit.
comic continuations, it's hard to count it as like canon.
Yeah.
That's what I struggled with. Like, even Spider-Man '98 was dog shit, like the
Yeah.
comic.
Not even just
But
the art.
yeah, but like, even if it was good, it'd still be hard for me to count it as the real canon.
Well, they didn't even get John Semper.
No, no, they got JMD, and he just basically
He
just did
just
whatever the fuck he
redid.
wanted.
It literally just retold early 2000s Spidey story. Why, dude?
He's got Morland there. He's got Kane
Kane was
there for
there.
whatever reason. He's
Oh,
got Craven's there. You know, Ezekiel Sims was technically there.
He was. Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know what the
It had,
fuck he was doing.
it had nothing to do with the actual cartoon. The reason people were buying it had nothing to do with it. The fact they skipped over saving Mary Jane, the thing we've been wanting to see for like 20 years.
And then they did that thing of like, we'll tell it eventually, and then never brought it up again.
Buy the book and maybe we'll tell it in issue 100.
See, the thing is, like,
100?
I'm gonna count X-Men 97's cameo of them as canon, and that's it.
But this is what I mean is, if that was 1997, was that the water clone? What year was Spider-Man TAS season, whatever the last season was? Because I reckon that was the water clone, and then while the X-Men were doing that shit.
Do we take the word of the writer for the show?
Was it actually Bo DeMeo that said it, or was it the new guy?
I'm pretty sure it was Bo DeMeo.
Still, I'm not too sure, you know.
A lot. Like, he tweets up a fucking shit ton, that guy.
I kind of don't like when creators reveal like tidbits of information on the Twitter instead of in the actual product. I shouldn't have to like follow someone on social media to like get the full story.
Yeah, because also, like, no one, not the whole fan base is going to be following you as well.
Exactly.
So,
So it's just going to be a mess.
it's like when Disney became reliant on certain shows, like, to be, like, a part of homework.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
not everyone's gonna go get your subscription and watch the shows, especially when they're
you
shit.
you cannot
Like,
jump
why would I
from
do that to myself?
yeah. You can't go from Endgame straight to Doctor Strange 2 and know exactly what happened. You've got to go and watch WandaVision, which it just it excludes most of your audience.
Yeah, and then, like, I feel like if people who like Thor and Loki don't watch the show, they're gonna be really confused.
Oh mate, if Loki comes back in Doomsday as this like god of time, everyone's going to be like, "What the fuck? I thought he died."
Yeah, it's gonna be such whiplash.
Oh, dude, the return of Hydro Man, which is the episode in which we find out Mary Jane is a water clone in Spider-Man the Animated Series, come out October 27th, 1997. So if X-Men 97 occurs before October, that was water clone Mary Jane.
I need it to be after because I just want it to be fucking over. You know what I mean? Like, I need it to be
Just
done.
need to know.
The fact that it's been like 30 odd years. You know what I mean? Like, just fucking tell us. Like, if, like, have someone who actually knows how to draw, like, the show, draw, like, just a picture. That's all we need.
Someone, if I'm ever granted the chance to write a Spider-Man comic, I'm gonna do like short stories wrapping up all these cartoon bad endings that we keep getting. Every Spider-Man cartoon ends with him in a bad place. Do you remember?
Mate,
Fucking-
Ultimate's the only one who doesn't have that.
Oh. Neil Patrick Harris gives up being Spider-Man forever, and after his girlfriend gets murdered by Spider-Man. Even this one, as like, I'm not going to go into detail and spoil it, but even in this one, it's really not a happy ending for Peter.
No, like, it's not. It could have been, I think, at one point, if I remember correctly. But it quickly just dissipates.
Yep. Goons it up. What was your favourite line of dialogue during this one?
I think I can't remember exactly what he said, but it's when he finally decides that, Spider-Man's here to stay.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Hey, that webbing lasted more than an hour, didn't it?
yeah, and you're telling me that
Yeah.
the vial didn't break in his waistband?
Yeah. Like that was episode 3, the lizard, and that was 10 weeks ago. And his webbing, which is meant to dissolve after an hour, kept it tied under his desk for 10 months. Unless he's been reapplying it every single hour.
He's certainly got a lot of webbing to spare, considering the symbiote would have just, helped out a bit.
Oh yeah, bet you like when he's back in his reds, bet you he's like, oh shit, look at all the webbing is saved over that month.
It didn't
Get
have
it.
to make anything.
I liked the start of episode 13 as well, where he doesn't make any quips, but he's just kicking ass against them thugs with the helicopter.
Oh, like he's mate, especially just because, like, again, it's Josh Keaton.
Yeah.
Like it's insane how good the deliveries are on nearly everything.
He's just got that perfect Spidey voice.
It's a shame they just don't want to use him.
I know. It's like, it's so stupid because they keep choosing the most dog shit. Like, I couldn't even tell you who voiced him in Friendly Neighborhood. All I can tell you is he clearly tried his best to do a Tom Holland. That whole cartoon was just riffing Tom Holland. Like,
Isn't it
probably,
he's Richard?
yeah. So he's peripheral. He's always just off screen for Spider-Man stuff. Even as we discovered the other day, he was going to be Spider-Man in the Raimi games until Toby come in, and he was Harry in the Raimi games, so he himself has been in Spider-Man stuff for years. He clearly wants to be involved because he's in so much of it, but they refuse to use him in his best role. It's annoying.
Makes no sense, mate. He's literally. It's like DC does it with Roger Craig Smith. I don't understand why he's not like the next Kevin Conroy.
Yeah. He should just be
He's so
Batman now.
fucking good.
And he's in so much shit, you're telling me he's like, he would defo do it.
He loves Bat. Like he's Batman is so good. And when I'm reading like Nightfall, and to be honest, I sometimes think that like his voice in my head sounds more natural because he's got more of that like gruff sort of look to him.
Yeah.
And whenever I see a bit of stubble in Batman, I think of his Batman specifically because of the Origins design.
Yeah, mate, he's tough.
Yeah, especially when he gets angry, dude. Like it's so good.
Oh.
Again, that speech, like to Alfred, like when the mugger or the thief stops to think twice, that is fear. That is what I am. So
Yeah, mate, he
fucking
needs
good.
jumping in. So these companies need to start actually using. They've got all the tools to make actually good shit. So stop wasting everyone's time and make more good shit. It's like I've just seen they've just released a trailer for Caped Crusader Season 2. Why? Who wants that?
Showed, like, no one cared for the first season. And like we could have had something worthwhile come out instead.
Take all that effort you've done animating and voicing over the shit stuff and do more good stuff.
Well, could you imagine if we had Nightfall now? I want Nightfall now.
Yeah. So yeah.
Why do we have to wait for that shit? It looks so good.
In conclusion, Spectacular is the best. It's correctly named because it is a spectacular show.
I just want to ask, are you happy that it's called Spectacular Spider-Man? Out of the many adjectives out there?
I think, honestly, spectacular is the best adjective he could get.
It's like
because of the alliteration, exactly.
Yeah.
The alliteration is spot on. I also like the idea that this is the cartoon. Spectacular is the cartoon. while amazing is the movies, because this was coming out around the Andrew Garfield time, like just after 3, just before TASM. So it's a fun little, like, you watch amazing for the movies, you watch spectacular for the cartoon.
Yeah, and it does have like a lot of similarities too, which helps
Yeah.
that comparison.
But in my mind, I love when the hero's adjective shares the same first letter, like Invincible Iron Man.
Yeah, that's sick though, that one.
Yeah, yeah. I think spectacular is the best. Not only because a lot of the time the spectacular comic was better than the amazing comic, but it's my favourite adjective for Spidey Defo. It's more
What about
showmanship as well.
X-Men? The zany X-Men?
Ooh. Uncanny is like, I can describe anyone really. Like any weirdo.
Yeah, but they are
But
mutants,
X-Men's
so
tricky in it because ugh.
exactly.
That's right, yeah. It's just... I feel like it's funny how Daredevil never got one. I know he's the man without fear, but you could have easily named it like the Fearless Daredevil.
I was gonna say daring, but that's shit.
The Daredevil in Daredevil. The only one I've thought of for
The
D.
daring devilish daredevil.
The only one I've ever thought of for D was Death Defying, but the Death Defying Daredevils is a completely different comic from like the public sector. You know, the what do they call it? Where a character's been around so long,
Oh, like
anyone can do something.
yeah, I
Public
know what you
domain.
mean. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I think there's a public domain comic about superheroes called the Death Defying Daredevil, so you can't use that. Deadly doesn't fit because he's the hero. So I think like Fearless will have to do for that.
The man without fear though is a very, very cool
Oh,
slogan.
it's so fucking cool. It's like, it makes him stand out as well, how it's got his name first and then what he is, rather than adjective hero name.
Yeah, and plus it's just like it fits him so well. He is the man without fear.
Imagine a spectacular Daredevil, mate. What a cartoon that would have been.
We could have had the owl. We could have had the masked
Oh,
marauder. We could have had, like leapfrog.
oh, Gladiator.
We would have had like Mike Murdoch definitely at one point.
They could even use the Electro from this show for the Emissaries of Evil.
Oh, that would have been sick if they was like all connected.
Haha. The spectacular cinematic universe.
Mate, could you imagine this Spidey and like a Daredevil teaming up?
I would have loved, like the early times where Spider-Man like smashes in the window of Nelson and Murdoch, and he's like, "Okay, Daredevil, I know you're here. Come out." And he's like, "Foggy Nelson must be Daredevil."
I can't believe he got away with that for so long, Foggy.
He's so like, you read Spidey's book, and he's always shitting himself about someone like revealing his identity, and then he literally kicks his way into Daredevil's book and blows the whole thing to Karen and Foggy. What a dick!
He's a menace.
In that Luther video, Nighthawk runs over to Spidey to ask him a question, and Spidey starts beating the shit out of him, thinking he's getting attacked. It's like, mate, relax. Jesus. He's lucky he's the mascot, otherwise.
If he was someone like the Chameleon, it'd be a different story, wouldn't it?
Oh, mate. Chameleon, do you reckon we'll ever see him again in this show? He got
Fucking
away, if
hope
we
not.
recall.
If it is, it better be like the life theft story.
Robot parents, mate.
Yeah, then have
As we
Peter
keep
like
saying,
almost kill him.
as we keep saying, I would trust this show with that story.
Like, it could do since past and do it justice. What would their since past be?
Gotta be like still Norman fucking Gwen, but like Harry's alive to see it this time.
Well, I hope they're of age, or else Norman's going straight to jail.
Yeah, we don't care about the crime boss bombing the city shit, but the rest.
That crosses the line, mate.
I never apologize.
I hate that. I hate that someone made that. That's actually insane. Someone took the time to fucking make that shit.
So
The
we'll have a
internet is a
little
place.
yeah. It's got something for everyone and a lot for
Yep.
no one. This has been the Spectacular Panel Pals. Got anything else to say before we go?
Stay spectacular like this show, and make sure that Sony doesn't shoot you down prematurely.
True. And stop faking heart attacks. We know you're faking it. You're not impressing anyone. It's not funny.
Aunt Anna does not give a single shit, okay?
She's probably so sick of it doing it. Like, I bet you if they would have got to go to that show, they would have like sat down in the seat. Some fella would have come up and been like, "Excuse me, love, I think you're in our seat there." Oh, my heart. And Anna's just like, oh, rolling
She like
around.
falls perfectly into the chair.
Don't just stand there. You're in my way. Aunt Anna, rest in peace. What's she up to nowadays? And like, oh, she was in Ravencroft or some shit, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, because she
Christ.
bashed Spider-Man.
Is there any character they can't ruin? Find out next time on Modern Marvel.